Good morning, students. Let's start chapter number 2.3, Joint Hindu Family Business, Merits of Joint Hindu Family Business. Earlier to this, in previous videos, we just came to know the basic concept of joint Hindu families, school of Hindu law, its meaning, features, and today we will do merits of joint Hindu family. As I told you earlier, in each chapter, like a coin has two sides, every aspect of business study has two faces. On the one side, it has some merits, advantages, or benefits, you can say. Another side, it has some limitations. First of all, we will discuss merits of joint Hindu family business. As you know very well, there are no hard and fast rules, regulation, no legal formalities are required to establish the joint Hindu family business, so it is very easy to start. Secrecy, all the decisions are taken by the Karta only, so secrecy can be maintained very easily. Direct contact with the customer, the Karta joint Hindu family comes into with the direct contact of the customer. He has always the complete information about the likings, about the attitude, fashion of the customer. It also helps him in the planning. So this type of business have a very direct contact with their customers. The next point is the prompt decision. As we are discussing again and again, the Karta has only right to take the decisions in the business. Nobody else has any right to give any decision or take any decision. So anytime if any prompt decision is required, Karta can take it very easily. The next point is direct relationship between efforts and considerations. The Karta of the Hindu business family has exclusive right on the profits. So he always put hard and motivational efforts to succeed his business, because he knows very well as much as the success the business will get, as much profit he will earn. So there is a direct relationship between the efforts and the consideration. And the next one is advantage of inheritable quality. Inheritable means that we are getting from our ancestor. Inheritable is derived from heritage word. Whatever you get after one generation to another generation from your ancestor, when the property or anything else is handed over generation to generation, then it is called heritage. So this type of business is also just carry forward from one generation to another generation, so it also has the inheritable quality. Now the limitations of joint Hindu family. It has the dark side as well. Some limitations has limited resources. The joint Hindu family has the member only who are the members of the family. The outside people don't have any right to participate in the business, so they can't invest the capital. So the scope of the capital is limited. Limited managerial skill, as all the decisions are taken by the Karta. So managerial skills are only just extend up to the level of the skills of the Karta have. Unlimited liability. The responsibility of Karta in joint Hindu family is just unlimited. If any delay is caused or any loss is caused due to any of the decision of Karta, then Karta has to bear unlimited liability. Disadvantage from the centralization of power, as we are discussing again and again, that the Karta is the only head who has the absolute power of taking decision. So sometimes this happen, all the powers are centralized and it gives a very negative effect on the business or whatever the decisions are to be taken. Lack of cooperation from the members knows very well that the decision will be taken by the Karta only. Their decision doesn't matter, not hardly matters. So that's why sometimes they have the lack of interest and lack of cooperation while taking any decision or implementing any decision. So these are the different limitations you find in joint Hindu family business. You have to learn the merits as well as limitations so well. Thank you. Have a nice day.